Welcome back to Morsels and Motors, and you join me for part 2 of the Picasso slightly bettering adventure. Today's job is, or many jobs, is to prepare this car for a road trip. My friend Jim is going to take the car around Scotland for a month because he's taking some friends around Scotland, and that is why he's borrowing this car. The car is, as you saw in the previous video, quite skanky, and so we are giving it a really good clean, fixing broken things and getting it road trip ready. But we have one day to do it in because Jim's on a ferry at about 5 AM tomorrow, or is leaving for the ferry 5 AM tomorrow. So let's get cracking on all of these jobs. I was thinking a little bit better after its wash. Some of the gunk has been gone off the bonnet. Let's see if it starts after getting wet. It starts, just about. We are now in the Picasso's natural environment. It's a retail park with a Poundland in it. Oh, sorry, it's Home Bargains. Bugger. Well, same thing. And I'm driving it like a Picasso driver in that I can't drive because I'm halfway on the roundabout and pulling out in front of people. This accelerator is so heavy that you forget that there's more travel to it, so you think the car's really slow. Oh, we've got some French brethren. No, don't hit my Picasso, Mr. Kia. You're just going to have to reverse if you're going to do that manoeuvre. Oh, there you go. This is even more natural environment of the Picasso, isn't it? Lots and lots of people who can't drive in a retail park. Yes. All of the yes. But the best thing about it is I'm in the worst car, which means that if somebody dents my car, I'm like, I don't care. Have you seen my sills? Right, let's just drive past all these people and park somewhere else. It's also the sort of car that frightens anybody that you park next to, because on the way up we parked next to a guy in a BMW and he literally shat his pants. Okay, let's go see what bargains we can find. Okay, bargains have been homed in on. We have got a variety of exciting things. We have got some pink screen wash to hopefully stop it bonging at me. Some magic erasers to try and get some of this skank off. Some non-slip mats. This is again like an episode of Generation Game. Some Fabuloso room freshener and fabric freshener. Isn't that exciting? Fabuloso. I hope this is going to... And it's... So the scent is called Angel Adriana. Well, there we go. Let's see what Angel Adriana smells like later on. We've got some... What else we got? Ooh, tissues. Because it's a Picasso, we need some tissues in the door pockets. Oh, they don't fit. No, they'll fit in the back ones. And couldn't resist this. That is the most Picasso accessory I have ever seen. And for 79p, or was it even 59p, could not resist getting that. So we'll stick that in the back window. This is pink berry fragrance. So it's going to smell like Angel Adriana all over this car. It is going to be angelic. It's taking most of... I'm hoping there's not a pool of pink happening underneath the car, and I've just literally, oh no, I haven't, poured £2.49 of screen wash onto the floor. Excellent, it is now full of pink. We've just reached 50 boob miles. Yes, I am juvenile, but I don't care. Cheers, mate. Right, I'm getting these seats out of the Picasso. That's easier said than done. Clip on one side, how's the other side come off? Maybe this hasn't been out in like 500,000 miles. Oh, there we go. I'm just taking the middle seat out, and look, when it folds flat in the middle, it's got cup holders and a little picnic table, and armrests. That's so cool. Okay, my first job is the brake light, the high level brake light. I've taken the cover off and taken all the bulbs out, and every single bulb is blown. So I'm hoping that it's simply a case of replacing all 5 of those bulbs. Here are the replacements. Let's get them in. Okay, here's the test. Stamp on the brakes, please. Yay! They work. Done. Fixed. Next on my list to tackle is this broken mirror. So I've taken the mirror off. Here it is. Someone has glued it very professionally back in place with, I think, what looks like hot glue. I'm not sure what it is. Anyway, it looks like it's sort of snapped away. There's bits of plastic in there that should belong on there. So I'm going to take them off and see if I can glue them all back together again properly inside. I've done the top mount. It's been glued in place, and then it's got the reinforcing stuff, the reinforcing kind of powder stuff. I'm using this Q-Bond. I've used it lots of times before. It's really good. So next bit is to just do the this bottom bit. It just needs to sort of slot in place. If I can get it one-handed. Well, there's something like that. It goes in there. I'll do it off camera, obviously. Okay, that is pretty flipping solid now. I think that is not going to go anywhere. There's plenty of reinforcing stuff on it. So I think we are good. I'm just going to thread a cable tie, thread it through there and around the other side so that it just is a final kind of safety so it doesn't fly off. And then last little job on it is see if I can repair the large hole with a bit of tape. Done! It's on the car. There's a bit of tape covering the hole. It's attached to the car, and it's not got like a load of gaffer tape taped onto the window. So I think we're going to call that a win. Handy hint and tip: if you've got all this kind of unsightly kind of pilling stuff, the fluff on your car trim, use a beard trimmer. Shave it off. Why not?
Sit rep, you're 2 hours into this. It's our first tea break. How are we doing?
Well, the seats are out. They're sort of clean. I've got a mirror off, and the brakes are fixed. And there's coolant in the car. So I think it's like 5 things that we've ticked off. So I think we're going to do it. Because we did have the original dealer plates in the car, I thought it would be stupid not to replace these incorrect ones. So we'll get them off, put the dealer plates on, and since these are no longer legal with the GP, we'll put a UK sticker on it, just in case we'll take it abroad. And final screw. Done. I think the interior might have been a little bit dirty. Right, time to get these old and completely useless windscreen wipers off and replace them with some nice shiny new ones. Having had a practice, I'm filming this one, which means I should be a tiny bit more successful. There we go. Shiny new wiper blade. And we've gone for the error blades because, you know, I think that will modernise this car significantly. Add value, I think. It'll add value. It'll double the value of the car. Click. Down. Modernised. Fantastic. Oh, probably would help if I took the plastic covering off, wouldn't it? Because that wouldn't really do very much. There you go. Done. The exciting tool we're using for cleaning the inside of this car are these magic razors. That is the before. And this is the after. Yummy. I figured out what the little box that we found in the boot was. It's the jack. So I'm glad we didn't throw that out. I knew it was something important. It lives inside the spare wheel underneath the car in the cage. I'm underneath the Picasso trying to do an oil change. Trying is the really key word in that sentence, because we're having some no fun times here. I shall take you for a wander underneath the engine, which is very oily as well. But anyway, the sump plug has clearly leaking and has been kind of siliconed in. So there is no way I'm going to even attempt to check that off, because very unhappy times and many leaks will ensue. Therefore, the only way we're going to get the oil out of this engine to do an oil change, bear in mind this car should have regular oil changes because, you know, that's what keeps the engine's life going for as long as it has, is we're going to have to take it to a garage and get them to suck the oil out the top. Boo! I don't like having to give up and let other people do things. Next task of the 100 million things we've done today, a very vain, stupid, pointless one, is put the UK sticker on it. So I'm thinking kind of up there, with the past the Picasso on the other side. Done. Let's go abroad. I know it's a small, pathetic job, but the bumper wasn't aligned properly. So I have taken the light fitting off, which is really easy. There's just 2 clips inside to just get access to this bit here, and it looks like the bumper's had a little bit of a shunt at some point. I think that's the impact point. So you just need to undo that little screw and kind of push the bumper up and do it up again, and then we have a bumper that's all in the right place. Happy days. There you go, much better. Nice clean line there. Let's get this slightly filthy panel back on. We missed the bit where it actually clicked in, but it's clicked in. Cool. That's looking way better. I have masked up the side of the car because I'm going to try and improve the tide mark a little bit, because it's kind of a bit wavy. Probably a bit like natural tide. Maybe it's a Picasso. You know, it's a Picasso of a seaside scene. But there we go, I'm defacing it, I'm afraid. I'm going to cover it with some paint. Well, that's a first coat of some new paint on that sill. See what it looks like when the newspaper's taken off. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's crisp. Bang tidy. So I better check the tyre pressures. And yeah, the front one is certainly a little bit low. Needs to be 2.3 bar, and it's at 1.9, so I'll get that pumped up. I've just taken the box off the wet vac, and we can see how disgusting those seats were. And that's just the front ones. Okay, we have reached the end of the day with the Picasso, and I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. I think the phrase "you can't polish a turd" is not entirely true, because we have actually polished this car as hard as we possibly can. So I'm going to give you a few shots around the car, show you what we have done, all the little jobs we've done, but as a reward for doing this, all the hard work, this is the last thing we need to do today, which is crown the Picasso with its dad's taxi little sticker thing. Okay, I don't know how long that will last. Excellent. Right, let's have a look at this sign of glory. Aww. Look at that. That is totally not lasting either, because I think it's going to fall off. Okay, so what did we get up to today? We replaced the windscreen wipers with nice new £5 Aeroblade ones. Under the bonnet, didn't really get to do very much. Topped up the coolant, and tried to do an oil change but failed. I also fixed, didn't show you on camera, but I fixed the engine cover which was rattling. Some of the mounting points had come off, so I've glued them back together, so it's now in place. That's about it into the bonnet, I think. The rest of it was fairly cosmetic. Starting with the front, also replaced the number plates with the original dealer number plates that were in the car. Back to black the bumpers, back to black the wheels. On this side, oh, we have painted the sill. I have greased all the door hinges so that they only very slightly, well, that one clicks because it's bad, but the rest of them now open fairly silently and close fairly silently. We have cleaned the inside of the car, every inch of it, because it was absolutely revolting. Oh, I've tidied up the gear stick with a cable tie, just so that the leather wasn't sort of flapping about. Can't fix the knob on the radio, I'm afraid, because I don't have a spare radio, but you know, that'll just have to be. What else? Oh, I've discovered, whilst cleaning and doing things, a few more storage little cubbies in the Picasso. There's a little drawer here underneath the driver's seat, which is fun and functions. Around the back here, what else have we done? More cleaning of the seats. Found more cubbies. More cubbies. Ta-da! And that's where the wheel brace is. It's attached to the lid of there. Fun. What else did we do? We've cleaned all the glass because it was absolutely skanky. So that's all nice and clean. You can see through it now. Round in the back, the wiper didn't actually have a blade on it really. It just had kind of dead rubber. So I've recycled one of the front wipers and just put the actual rubber there on the blade in the back. That's good. Fixed the bumper because it was kind of flapping off. I've fixed the inside, the tailgate. I have fixed the mounting points which were broken for the little trolley thing. I have fixed the mounting point for the parcel shelf. Fixed the brake light. So we now have a third high-level brake light, which is excellent news. And around the other side it's pretty much the same story, and I don't think I've got very much more of any excitement around this side. Oh, mirror! I fixed the mirror! It now no longer is held to the car by tape. Yes, okay, there is some tape just hiding the hole, but I think that, you know, take 2 steps back, it does not look horrendous. It certainly is a lot better than having tape all over here and attached to the window. All good. I think that's about it. So I'm going to do a little closing bit, if over here is the right place to do it, which is, I have loved today the idea of giving some love and attention, a bit of cleaning, a bit of just titivating to a car that has done 500,000 miles, an old banger that is worth absolutely nothing. Has been really good fun. I've loved it. And the other thing that has come from today is, do you know what? This car's really good because there is nothing broken on it. This has driven 508,000 miles. It's a car that normally, I don't know, does 100,000, 120 at most, you would have thought. And it is 20 years old. There isn't a single bit of plastic that's particularly broken on it. Every single thing functions, even the rear wiper works. There's nothing wrong with it. The electric mirrors work. It's fantastic. The driver's seat is fine. It's not, the bolster doesn't have isn't threadbare. I mean, you would literally never believe this car has done 500,000 miles. Anyway, on that note, thank you very much for tuning in and watching this ridiculous adventure with this stupid car. I'm hoping that my friend Jim has a successful trip with it in Scotland, and that it doesn't decide that this is the point in its 500,000 mile life to, you know, let us down, but we shall see. I will keep you updated. Thank you very much for tuning in. See you next time in another video. Bye.